this morning. Crews are currently battling a fire in Decatur.
It's happening in the 500 block of North Water Street. Crews arrived on that scene early this morning. Now we're going to take a live look at that scene right now. The Decatur Battalion Chief says they got the call around 1:30 this morning for smoke in that area. When they got there, they found the fire in the back of the building. They couldn't get inside immediately because the flames were so high. The chief says he believes the building had a tattoo shop, a record store, and a few other shops as well. He also said no one was in the building at the time of the fire. We have a crew on the scene right now. We will continue to keep you updated as we learn more about what happened here this morning. Rantoul's volunteer firefighters had their hands full this weekend with 4 fires in one day.
A viewer sent in this video from late Saturday night in Penfield, where investigators say a fire broke out because of a furnace problem. The lead fire investigator says fighting 3 other fires in the same night took a toll on their crew.
It's actually pretty rare. Fires kind of go in spurts. We'll get a bunch, then none for a while. But having 4 in one day is very rare for us.
The crews had to go back to the Penfield home a second time after a hot spot flared up. That home is a total loss, and the man who lived there was hospitalized.
Spring break for some of the students out across the area. Now we do have a few more students who are going to be still going to school. So for those of you who still have to get up, put your clothes on, eat your breakfast, of course, and get out early so that you can make it to school on time. Here's a look at your bus stop forecast. We do anticipate it to be a sunny start, but a cold start with a lot of frost across the area. Temperatures back up into the upper 40s and the lower 50s with mainly clear skies. Just a few more of those clouds coming in into the afternoon. Your roofing dog iNet Flooring America Skycam in Springfield this morning. Not looking to be too breezy. No wobbles in the camera for us there. We do notice farther north, though, across Wisconsin, some light snow breaking out up that way. That's going to help to produce maybe a few clouds down here across central Illinois, but that will be it. Future Track continuing to bring in a lot of sunshine throughout the day. As I mentioned, just a bit more of that cloud coverage later into the afternoon, and maybe some tonight as the system will be moving off to our north and really keeping away a lot of the shower activity. As we head into Tuesday, though, we'll start to notice those winds picking up out of the southwest even more than so what we're going to see today, which is at 5 to 15 miles per hour. That helps highs back up around the 50-degree mark, but we're back up around the 60s heading into the day tomorrow, and even warmer temperatures than that later into the week. We'll show you that on your 7-day forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Christy, Aaron.
Thanks, Adam. Investigators are looking for a man who they say robbed a bank in Champaign over the weekend.
Police say this man walked into the First Midwest Bank on Springfield and Prospect after 10 a.m. on Saturday. They're describing him as a white man about 6'4", and they say he was wearing a fake beard. Investigators say he passed a note to the bank employee, then ran away with an unknown amount of money. Champaign police say he didn't show a weapon during the robbery and nobody was hurt. They say nobody's been arrested and are asking for your help to find him. A robbery suspect was arrested after police were able to identify him from video surveillance.
Kwame Adumako is facing aggravated robbery charges. Police say he held up the Illinois Educators Credit Union last week. They found him Thursday, and they say they found evidence in his home linking him to the crime. Police say he later confessed to it.
New this morning, no one was hurt after a Springfield home was hit with gunfire over the weekend. Our partners at the State Journal Register say it happened Saturday night in the 1500 block of South Grand Avenue East. When officers got there, they found 7 shell casings around the house. Police are still investigating that.
What started as a dispute ended in an hours-long standoff in Decatur on Friday. Police were called to East Locust and found evidence that a gun had been fired. The suspect was inside a house but refused to come out or answer the door. They shut down the street and tried to talk with the suspect, and that person eventually surrendered.
New this morning, a man who led police on a cross-county chase in February was sentenced to prison, but on other charges. Timothy Stutz was sentenced to 3.5 years. Our partners at the Journal-Gazette report it was for hitting a woman in January. A past domestic battery conviction made that a felony. He was also given 2 years for having a handgun when his criminal history prohibited him from having one.
The family of State Trooper Brooke Jones Story is preparing her funeral arrangements after a semi-truck hit and killed her in northern Illinois on Thursday. The state police say her funeral will be this Wednesday at Warren High School at 2 p.m. Police officers will attend a visitation service tomorrow between 4 and 8. Her peers say she was a rising leader who always had a positive attitude. On Saturday, 36-year-old State Trooper Gerald Ellis died in a head-on collision when a driver going the wrong way hit his squad car. car. He was the second state trooper killed in just 3 days and the third so far this year. His funeral arrangements are still pending.
A church is raising money for an Amish family after a teenager was badly burned when their home exploded. It happened in February in rural Sullivan, northeast of town. The Schrock family lost almost everything they owned when a propane tank exploded and burned their house to the ground. 20-year-old Jared Schrock was found dead under the rubble. His 16-year-old sister, Geneva, was put into a medically induced coma and is still in the hospital healing. Vine Street Christian Church in Arthur is organizing a benefit for the family. Amish tend not to have traditional health care and insurance. The members of the church want to do everything they can to help.
The main motivation was because of Geneva, the 16-year-old daughter who is still facing extreme, medical costs and is in a really precarious situation from burns and just medical needs. And
the benefit is April 13th at the Arthur Christian School from 11 a.m. until 3. They'll have food for sale, a silent auction, and games.
New this morning, the Mattoon School District is helping their neighbors rebuild after a fire last month. Each school will have a box to collect money and gift card donations to help families involved in the fire at the Shores Jewelry Building. The district's Community Services Director says this will help families who lost everything while they try to get back on track. You can drop off donations as well between today and Friday.
Construction near the U of I isn't all about the MCOR project. A new business is being built right in the heart of Campus Town. A Target is going in at the corner of 6th and Green. It'll be at the hub on campus. It's a new student apartment building. The Target will be at the bottom and several stories of student housing will be at the top. Construction should be done by next year.
And we just got some more information about that fire indicator. Crews are closing Water Street between El Dorado and Cerro Gordo for the rest of the day. So make sure if you are in that area, just avoid it if you can.
And that will wrap up the morning show on WCIA 3. But coming up, when we make the switch to WCIX for the 7 and 8 o'clock hours.
We are giving back this morning. Find out how you can get involved with the Festival of Quilts through the Cunningham Children's Home coming up in about 10 minutes.
Plus, of course, continuing coverage on that fire happening in Decatur. But before all of that, let's check our 7-day forecast.
Sunnier skies are ahead for today, tomorrow, and for a good part of Wednesday, too. We do expect maybe a few more clouds heading into the afternoon here, but overall, forecast looks to be quiet and warming up. Rain chances again Thursday and Friday. Hey, we warm up closer to 70 by next Sunday.
Hey-o, love to see that.
Very good.